Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Houston Texans. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. First carry now. This is Johnson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Johnson, the ball carrier.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy. And that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. On third down, Johnson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him 6 yards in the first down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Now a first down throw. Watson. Flush to his right. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Going deep here for Bryant. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a gain of 34.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 yards there. 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? Because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 13-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A quick throw out wide to Fuller. They'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Touchdown, Houston.
Will Fuller with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Tee up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 7-0.
Matt Bosher is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Rivers and the Colts going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he powers his way up past the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Rivers going to give this one to Taylor. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. Rivers on 3rd and 2. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
10 at the 40-yard line.
I see you over there. You scared? Ready? 390.
1st and 10, Taylor now. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Nyheim Hines, his 1st carry. He's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
This is Hines. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Nothing.
180.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. There's some space here. And he's going to be taken down into the penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Hey, Rocket. Wait, 89.
They'll try to throw here. Rivers. He completes this one to Mack. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
It's a gain of...
I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. They give to Taylor out of the gun, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. Rivers. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And inside the 20 before it's brought down. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. They'll run on 1st down. it's Taylor, able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Taylor, the ball carrier.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Rivers from the gun on third down. Escaping the pressure right. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's third down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Trying to punch it up to Taylor. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And this Texans defense stands tall. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw, Watson. Throw left side, complete. That's Fuller. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Houston.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Now Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again is Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by the rookie Kyle Duggar. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Looking out of the gun, Rivers. Rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
They'll take over first down.
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
And some room to maneuver. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Bobby Okereke. It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Texans.
On first down, Watson. It's caught left side by Cooks. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been able on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to run. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Duke Johnson. As the first half is winding down, and the Texans push further out in front. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Texans 14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
It's second down and 10.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rivers. And he's going to be brought down at his own 6-yard line. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because
and nothing but daylight ahead. 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll start with a handoff to Johnson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was taken down by...
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Out of the gun, Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown, and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Taylor,
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
at the line of scrimmage.
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Amy Fairbairn on for the field goal. A 46-yard attempt.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Watson. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Give the sack to Kamoko Toure. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. From the gun, here's Watson. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
46-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 25-yard line. On the handoff, Taylor. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line.
Taylor, the ball carrier.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Now it's Hines. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
Down at the 8.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Rivers now. Got an open man, that's Campbell. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10.
Let's go.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Rivers now to throw on 1st down. Got a man open. That's Harry. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd.
They'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts have taken the lead. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead.
Next to score, Colts 17. Texans.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Johnson, the ball carrier.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
On the tackle. And
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Now a play fake here on 1st down. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. That's sacked by the DN, Danico Autry. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now this throw caught left side. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain of 32 that time.
First down, Texans.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Watson. Man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Again, it's Johnson. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Good strong tackle by DeForest Buckner. Remember, the Colts gave up their first-round pick, number 13 overall, to get him from San Francisco, and they certainly think he's worth it.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Aldrich Rosas on for the field goal of 41.
And his kick is no good. And just barely missing it wide to the right. A 4th quarter miss like that, there is no lonelier feeling than that kicker right now.
As we all know, a lot of these games, they come down to special teams. And when that chance comes, you have to perform in order to help your team get over the top.
Could have tied it. Instead, they remain down 3. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They run once more with Taylor. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Rivers on the money, complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
1st and 10 at the 40.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. The 20, 10, and in for the score. Are you kidding me? They return it, and they take the lead.
Lining up for the extra point.
And that is a tough pill to swallow. All they had to do, Charles, keep the ball, work this clock.
The only way for the defense to win was to force the fumble, and they did. Took it the other way for a score, and now if you're the offensive team, it will take a miracle perhaps to win this ball game.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not because this...
Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That's a gain of 4 here in the fourth quarter with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Now a second down and 6. They go to Johnson again. Bust through the tackle. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Johnson. Down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth.
First down, Houston.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. So Houston going to come away here with the victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Texans, they're not going to go quietly here as the win moves them now to 8-6 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cincinnati.